Hi, everyone. I'm here with RaeAnna Goss. She is our music specialist over at a Charlotte Mason Plenary, and we're going to talk about her class today, um, Composer Study. Well, no, let me back
It's
up.
fun with Solfa and Composer. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't forget about
Because we have the
Sofa.
fun and the
Yes,
fun.
yeah. Yeah, your classes are so much fun. The kids have so much fun in there, and you just really, it's so lively, and I love it. So
Yeah.
yeah, tell us a little bit about your classes, your background, all that sort of stuff. Why people should
Well,
sign up.
I have such a passion for music ever since I was young, and I love that I can share that passion with homeschoolers and homeschool children that are, in a non-traditional setting where many children are learning things like solfa in the public schools because that is where I came from. I taught music in the public schools for 10 years before staying home with my children. And as homeschoolers, sometimes opportunities for learning solfa, music theory, uh, and interesting things about composers isn't as easily accessible, especially for moms who don't have a background in music. So I want these classes to be easy and fun and exciting for children of all ages, and so easy for the moms. It's something that you can just sign on and um, sub- subscribe. It's not subscribe isn't the right word. Register, I guess.
Register.
Register
Yeah.
for the classes. And I'd love it if moms watched as well. I think that during our lessons, by watching me approach the subject with students, it gives moms ideas. Oh, I can do that. You can be singing at home outside of the class. You don't just have to sing for 30 minutes once a week. Like I hope, I hope families are infusing music in their daily lives,
Well,
so this is a great way to learn.
it's a good point because a lot of moms that if you don't have a music background, or if you're not comfortable with singing and all the music components that are in a Charlotte Mason education, because I mean those music components add so much. They add so much, just joy and bonding, and it's there for a reason.
Yeah,
Charlotte was very wise in putting all of what I call the joy subjects. So, folk
right.
songs, composer study, solfa, piano, all these things, those are all what I consider the joy subjects. And so if that's intimidating to you, then RaeAnna is your gal, because
Yeah,
she loves that stuff. She brings a passion, and she brings all the knowledge of not only just music, but how Charlotte Mason uh,
right,
did music in
right.
her curriculum. So you bring all of that expertise to your classes, and then that's something that number one, moms can outsource, which
Right.
is really, really nice. But
Yeah.
like you said, moms can also attend the class and learn
Right.
how to do these subjects.
Yes. Yeah, I actually had a mom just reach out to me this week and ask if I had anything on the Solfa Sofa website that was geared toward moms who are teaching solfa in a co-op
Yeah,
environment.
yeah,
And I have all the resources. So on the Solfa Sofa website, you can download flashcards that drill different rhythm, timing, things that you learn. Also, solfa. I teach solfa through a sequence. Charlotte Mason used the tonic solfa method written by the Kerwins, which
right.
is a little bit different than how the modern day music educator teaches solfa in public schools and Christian schools. Like if you have a degree in music education, you learn how to teach solfa to children. And the way many colleges and universities educate the teachers is through the Kadai method. And
Right.
so
Heard of that.
my approach to teaching solfa is on the Solfa Sofa website, and then our live online classes is through tone sets. So students learn how to identify So me as the first tone set a lot of our songs and even music theory. So students learn how to read notes on the staff. And in my class, they will also need to bring paper and pencils because I teach them how to draw a staff. We use things like coins as our note heads, and sometimes they'll draw the note heads. So different activities like that. I don't have a resource for teachers that are doing this in a co-op setting. I think it would be great, but it's overwhelming for me to think about, okay, how do I get 10 years of teaching experience plus 5 years of education at the university level to a homeschool mom who doesn't have a background in music. So I have not done that. So the best thing that you can do right now, if you want to learn how to teach solfa, sign your kids up and do my class.
Yeah, because you bring it all together in the class and it's so much fun and you make it so easy. You make it just so easy. So we'll see if we have any questions via the comments, but I was gonna maybe try to share my screen. Now, I've never done this before live, so we're gonna try. But I wanted to show everybody your your course. So let me
Great.
see if I can share that. Um, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to share that. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Right now, I still just see us, but I don't know. Let me
Hopefully,
see if I can, you know what I can do also is go on my phone and whoops.
and check to see if
Okay.
it's showing.
No, it's still just us.
Oh, really? It's not showing?
No.
Share this. Let me see.
Okay, now I see something.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully, let me go back over there and hopefully you'll see me scroll down. Whoops. Yeah, okay. So can you see me scrolling down? So
Yes.
this,
Yep, it
okay,
works
good. So this is one lesson in last semester's, the spring semester's course for RaeAnna's class.
now. Right.
And I don't know if you'll be able to hear any of the sound, but I can play.
As you like.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's
And
working.
when we sing,
yeah, so this is kind of what
be
the,
and here we go. Ta, ta,
yeah, so y'all are
ta.
learning some
And
rhythm
Zoltan
and it's just
Kodai,
so cute.
he wanted,
And then you go
and he
into
studied music in Germany. So where did
the composer study part, and then you have all these wonderful resources, extra videos that kids can watch, and links, and the course is just so much fun. So I wanted to give people kind of a sneak peek
Yeah.
as to what they would be getting, and then so you have one class. You have your menu over here on the other side, and you can navigate easily. This is all within our learning management system. When you sign up for classes, you get access to all this.
Yeah, it's really
So,
a full course. It's very comprehensive as a music course for your homeschool. And I
yeah.
love that we have the recordings and the lessons from the previous 2 semesters. So if
Yes.
parents are watching this live video right now, just the information that Rachel and I are sharing, you might not be able to meet at the times that our live classes are, but you can still go on and purchase either this semester, which is Chopin, and watch the replay, which I make sure
Right.
that everything that we're teaching in the live lesson is outlined with resources in this website that Rachel's showing you right now. But you could also learn about Grieg or Verdi because those are 2 composers that we've already studied that the recordings are available for you just to watch at any time. And
Right.
those also have solfa lessons in them as well. So with solfa, since we've been talking about solfa, I don't go through the actual Solfa Sofa program. You can do that on your own time. I have all the information on the website. What I like to do is for 6 lessons. So since we are studying together for a semester, we have 6 lessons, and I say, okay, for lesson 1, we are going to focus on this tone set. And so you go home and practice maybe on the weeks that we don't have class, any songs that have so me, if you haven't already learned that. If you have learned that, then our classes and our activities are just reinforcing those concepts. And then you learn about do, re, mi. So we'll work on that tone set, and then we add them together. Do, re, mi, sol, la. And that's called pentatonic. There's so many pentatonic songs and folk songs. And then the final unit is do, re, mi, fa, so, which is called a pentascale. And so I'm not teaching the actual lessons from Solfa Sofa. I'm teaching activities that reinforce those tone sets and principles, if we want to use a Charlotte Mason word.
Yeah. But you give links to all of those things.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, in our class, we played this game. Go and watch lesson 3 in unit 1 to learn more.
Yeah.
And so that I value your time. And so our lesson, I'm not going to waste any time. Like, I want to
you jump right into it and stick to the schedule. and you're done like right at what your class is like 30 minutes long. So when you're done, and then you've had your Solfa and Composer Study for
and you have the additional things that you can do if your child wants more, or if you want to
dive
learn
in
more as well.
Okay, we have a question. Hold on. All right, so Erin wants to know, because classes are starting the week of September 6th, which is next week. So she wants to know, is it okay if, like, pretty much if you miss a class, what happens? And I love that you're going to be at the beach.
That's awesome. So the class will be recorded. If you want to watch class 1 before you come to class 2, you can, but it's all right if you miss it and catch up later. There's nothing that will be previous knowledge that you'll need to know on lesson 2. And if there is, we are going to start with rhythm. That's always the first thing that I do touch on in lesson 1. So I can catch a child up if they're not sure what.
And just to be clear, yes, all the classes are recorded. So whether you can take a pre-recorded class and go at your own pace, but even if you take a live class, those classes get recorded and then uploaded to the course on the website, and parents can go there and like you said, if you miss a class, you can rewatch. If you wanted to review anything, you can absolutely rewatch the recording. So it's all there for you for the whole semester to access. Yeah. Oh yeah, Erin says, "Yay, wonderful." Yes, they're always accessible for the whole semester. So
yeah, and that's really good. The way that I've scheduled it as well is we have basically 2 lessons a month. And so
it's like every other week.
Right. If you do miss a lesson, you've got time to catch up before the next one. And that seems to work well for a lot of families, the feedback that I've received. And I don't know how a lot of our Charlotte Mason families do composer study and artist study, but to try to fit everything in the riches in 1 week, you really can't. There's just so much. So a lot of families will alternate and do composer study 1 week and do artist study the next week, and kind of alternate that way in their schedules. So that's another reason that it's great just to have this class every other week, so that you can put in another joy
another one of those joy subjects
during that time. But we haven't really talked about composer study much, and I'm going to just go ahead and speak a little bit to that.
Hold on, we got one more question.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. So about Solfa. So Madeline wants to know about fixed do.
So we really don't get into any I do not use fixed do. I use movable do, but we don't get into any law-based minor songs. In Solfa Sofa, I've only created units that go from so mi, la, do re mi, so la, do re mi fa so. I would love to continue on and do a unit 4 that includes a law and a law-based minor. So my background is I have a lot of experience with Kadai, but I also have my level 1 and level 2 certification in Schulwerk, which is another music. They don't like to call it a methodology, they like to call it a process, but a lot of extensive research in how to approach music theory, teaching music, music education to children. So right now it's just basically, and I do have an older beginners unit for Solfa, but it would be basically at a 4th grade public school level if a child is starting to learn Solfa in kindergarten and in a music education curriculum. So I hope that answers your question, but I do not use fixed do. You could, I mean, if you're playing all of the activities and things on a keyboard and want to always have C as do, you can, but I do in the Solfa Sofa lessons want to drill this with students that do could either be a line note or a space note, so they understand the movement of intervals. And I know I'm throwing out so many musical terms, but if any music person is watching this and you want to talk more about music education philosophy, I'm happy to.
Well, but no, it just shows your knowledge on this subject and you know what you bring to the class. So we're so grateful to have you teaching this class at the plenary.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. So you wanted to talk a little bit about composer study.
And
yeah,
that's
and who are
another
you
reason
doing this semester?
We are doing Chopin. So the composer lessons come from this book that I wrote. This is called the Composer Study Companion. And I wrote this after discovering the Thomas Tapper biographies when I was looking at biographies to read to my children, because not only do I want them exposed to the music, but also the lives of the great composers. And I love Opal Wheeler's biographies. We've used those. But what I really liked about Thomas Tapper, and I forgot to bring up my children's books, but in Thomas Tapper, he wrote these biographies for children with the intention that they create their own book, where they have all these pictures and you cut out the pictures and you paste the pictures within the story as you're reading about the life of the composer. Nothing was out there in today's publications that allowed a child to make their own book. So my husband is an author and he helped me publish the public domain Thomas Tapper. These are all public domains. So yeah, that was my first jump into helping homeschoolers with composer study. And so you can find the Thomas Tapper volumes on Amazon where the children can create their own book. And then I thought, well, parents need something, so you can learn about the life of the composer, but what songs are you going to hear? What songs are you going to play for your children that go with that composer? And so I created this book of active music lessons. And you can see there's all these composers: Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Handel, Haydn, Liszt, Verdi, Schubert, Grieg, Chopin, Schumann, Wagner, and there's the glossary and playlist links. So you know what songs to use for the composer. And we are studying Chopin this semester. Last year we did the Grieg and the Verdi. So you can see these. And the songs that I chose are from this book that I wrote. I have 6 selections per composer, and that's why we do 6 lessons in the semester, is each lesson focuses on a different piece by that composer. And And so you can learn more about the piece and listen to it at home.
Yeah, no, I love it because you make it so easy for parents. So, I mean, even to do it on their own through the books that you've published,
Mhm.
or, if they need a little help or they want to outsource, they have your live class. So, or
Right.
your pre-recorded classes. Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah, makes it so easy and such a great resource. Okay, let's see. I don't see if we have any other questions. Was there anything else that we didn't go over that we need to go over?
I don't think so.
I
I feel
think
like
we
I was,
covered it all.
yeah, a little too detailed, but
No, it just shows your vast knowledge on the subject. I love it. Okay, well, if you do have any other questions, you can definitely put them in the comments below and
yeah.
we'll get back to you. But definitely go sign up for RaeAnna's class. It starts, does your class start next week or the week
No, it
after?
starts on September 8th.
Yeah, so
So,
next week.
yeah.
Yeah, well, the summer's
Yeah, tomorrow's
gone.
September
I
1st.
know, I know. So definitely sign up, get registered, and it's going to be a great semester. And I know that you will love RaeAnna's class. So
I'm excited. I know we've got a couple families already registered that are coming back. So that's
yeah,
always a good sign to me if I've got retention from families from previous
yes. And
courses.
you've got great reviews, great reviews. Everybody loves your classes. I mean, just when I watch the recorded classes, when I'm like uploading the recordings to the website, all the kids are always having so much fun, and it just looks like so much fun. So great class. Go
Yes.
sign up.
Yeah.
RaeAnna,
Oh,
thank you
you know
so
what? We
much.
we also didn't talk about that it's not individual. I know that you've talked about it with your other teachers, but what I love
Yeah,
about the Charlotte Mason Co-op is this is a family registration. It's not
yeah.
individual student registrations. So what I've loved is having like the mom
The
puts
whole
the
family.
iPad or the computer up on the kitchen table and I can see, all three or more. I think last semester I had a family that had 6 kids I think she put the computer up on the piano. And so there were like maybe 2 or 3 kids on the piano bench and a couple of kids behind them in chairs. So yeah, have your whole family come and join in on these classes as we talk and discuss. And I love to hear from the students as well. One of the things I do in class 5 is a narration sharing. So after the children have read the Thomas Tapper biography, there's another biography included in the Composer Study Companion book that is um, written more for older ages. So if you have a child who's 12 years old or older, they might enjoy, instead of the Tapper biography, Charles David Isaacson was also an author of composer biographies. And so there's a story in there written by Isaacson about the different composers. And that's exactly what I have for Chopin. Um,
Okay,
is
nice.
that, and so the children write a narration or dictate it to their mom, and in class 5 they share those narrations about the composer's life, and we just discuss some of the things that we thought were really interesting about the life of the composer, the songs that we really enjoyed, and have a good discussion time in their class.
But yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up because the registration fee is definitely per family, not per child. So if you have, 2, 3 kiddos or more, 6 kiddos in your family, you just pay the one fee and everybody can attend. And
Good.
yeah, we did that by design because we want to keep things affordable for
Mhm.
families and not have it, just be outrageously expensive.
Good.
So yeah, we definitely want everybody to join in. So. All right, RaeAnna, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you,
us today.
Rachel.
We
Yes.
appreciate it. All right,
Bye.
bye.